But you really would have thought ASMR would have let you speak Celestial.
I'd have thought so too.
Because if anything was going to speak Celestial, it would be ASMR, right? Oh God, Sapphire stopped messaging me like 1,000,000,000 times.
Hello, and welcome to Season 3 of our Homebrew campaign. As we attempt to clean up the mess. Well, we're half an hour late, so if I remember correctly, we decided last week where people were going to arrive. So... my damn ears.
Sorry.
Okay, so we got at least 2 people on this boat here. And I know Dan is on the dragon turtle, which is off to one side there.
I'll let you coming through really quietly.
So just over there. Okay. Who's missing? Ollie's going to teleport in when we get into the town. It was only... Yes, Mura's character. Where are you? What did we decide?
I was on a ship.
Okay.
I seem to remember she was working on the ship to pay her way and maybe playing shogi with people to earn a little money here and there.
Yeah, I remember that.
Question is, did she win?
Yes, and apparently it made her gigantic.
Big
giant Vorpal bunny.
You've seen that Yakuza bunny. You know how big they can get.
Yep.
Okay.
Not you, Trigger. You've seen it.
So, the ships arrive at a port. Well, they arrive at their destination, and the each vessel's longboat is lowered. I've got a generic sailor. No. Crew pirates. I know I've got those. No, I just suddenly realised you might not be able to actually use the boat. Well, basically, as I said, the boats have arrived, so the captain basically announces. Well, the captain announces that they've arrived at their destination. So anyone who is planning on disembarking, time is now.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I'm going to have Corinne get up, thank the captain for the trip, and say she hopes she did a good job before she climbs off.
Oh, here we go. We got the perfect crew. Some salty-looking Barovian people. They'll work. There we go.
They really expanded after the goblin, freed them.
I'll get the one who looks
That
like
hasn't
Thingy as
happened
well.
yet.
I don't care, Ollie. I'll save those Barovians before they existed. No, that's not good.
So yeah, if anyone's going to go ashore, it's time to get on your boat. Get in the boat. And our crew will take you to shore.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Perrin's going to climb into the little boat then. After paying her respects to the captain and thanking him for trusting her to work.
Basically, the same thing is happening on the other boat as well. They're lowering the longboat. And the crew are getting on board to ferry you to shore. So, on board the second boat, is anyone going to get onto the boat? Oh yeah, you can't move your tokens because I literally
we
just
don't
put
have
them
access
on.
yet.
Sorry.
That's all right.
There you go. At the same time, your dragon turtle arrives, well, lands on the shore. Well, it pulls up onto the shore.
Yes, I will disembark. Thank it for its aid. Thank you for bringing me here, my friend, and for the interesting conversation along the way. Safe journeys back to back home, and give it say that in Draconic because I have that. Pat it on the head and feed it a fish I caught along the way. Hey, before it sets off, I imagine to
It's
get away
having a
from the
rest
strange elf.
first, so it's not going to rush
The
off
rest had a
anywhere.
long journey.
Yeah. And from there, I'm going to cautiously go and start moving up the beach.
At the same time, you see some boats, some long boats bringing people to the shore.
Ooh, movable longbow tokens.
Since he's from my lands, the same lands, would he recognise my garb as familiar in any way?
Very possibly.
Stop it, Ollie.
It's likely we'd have a slight recollection that yes, the cut of each other's clothes are familiar, but the most we'd probably get from it is which one of us is richer and potentially higher up in society, i.e., by how well
I just
made.
thought it might be a whole thing of, oh, at least I won't stand. Well, if someone's wearing a similar style of clothing as me, then I won't stand out too much.
Yeah, there's that. So.
Well, again, we're trying to do this subtly.
Yes, we say that. I arrived by dragon turtle.
In these campaigns, that's not the weirdest thing.
Oh, I know, but not a subtle start.
Well, to be fair, that's a small dragon turtle.
Yeah. I've been sitting on the back of for God knows how many days, so my feet are probably... I'm probably hobbling for a bit till circulation gets back.
That's why your character looks so tired in his pictures.
Yeah.
Hello, Phil.
Hi, Phil.
Hey, Phil.
Hey, hi, Phil.
Oh, she mentioned that's become like a bingo card thing when she pops into your streams.
Oh.
I joked about it, saying it felt like I should be ticking it off on the bingo card. But,
Okay. Well. Okay, the beach where the dragon turtle arrived, there's a small cave and a sandy beachway which leads up onto the up further into shore. At the other beach there is my head is poking out of a cardboard box. It's because I'm Solid Snake.
Metal Gear, grumble grunt.
Nick.
At the other beach, there's a small group of ghostly apparitions stood on the right-hand side by some rocks, murmuring amongst themselves. Further up the beach, there is a young woman with horns and long black hair sitting on a barrel. She's reading a book. You've graduated from goblins to gods. Yeah.
Yep. Small G's to big G's.
So, who would
Some
like
would
to...
argue we've come back.
Well, am I at shore yet?
Yes, you're at the shore.
Okay, then I guess we know which place we're meant to meet at, right? The
At the tavern, yeah.
The bar or tavern, yeah. Okay, so did you say exactly where it was, or just the name?
No, she just said the tavern.
Okay, then I'm going to approach her, and I'm going to ask her. Excuse me, do you know where the local? Could you point me in the direction of the local tavern?
She looks up from her book. The local tavern. Oh, it's you just head into town and just stop looking.
I do apologise.
Shifting uncomfortably.
And she's just going to close her eyes and bow her head and go, "I'm very sorry if I've offended you in any way. I simply just wish for directions. I was told to come to a tavern on this island. I'm unfamiliar with the area."
It's the large building past the bakery. Should be
Thank
able
you
to
very
spot
much.
the bakery. It's easy enough.
Thank you very much. She's just going to give a little nod, a graceful bow, and then start heading into the village. Obviously taking in how different this place is to her own homeland.
The creature looks at you uncomfortably and just sort of sighs.
Jumanji, that's Lillian, isn't it?
Yes.
I figured.
Oh, thanks for the resub, Ollie.
No problem.
The 3 people in this village I know with horns.
I'm still subbed apparently, so I don't need to resub.
So, Dan, what would you like to do on the other beach?
Well, I'm going to make the logical assumption that a tavern is not necessarily going to be in a cave.
Good logical point.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'm going to head up to the sandy beach and spotting what appears to be a paved road. I'm going to walk along it to the gate. And
Okay.
Closed.
It's going to take you a little while heading all the way over there, so
Okay.
the others a bit of... Okay, the other boats arrived as well. You can also see... Well, you can see the horned girl sitting on the barrel, and beside her... Sam, could you describe your character? Or more... Sorry, I'm getting...
I think he may have stepped away from the mic for a bit.
Ah, okay.
He did.
Yeah. Well, you're basically facing a small rabbit girl. Who stood by the woman with the horns.
Now, do we know we're meeting other people here, or are we just under the assumption only we have been summoned? Because I think it's logical that I assume I wouldn't be the only one coming to here.
No, you're
this.
meeting with others.
Okay, I do know I'm meeting with others. Obviously, the outfit is strange enough that this person is not native to this land.
Yeah.
Oh, can I roll like a history to see if any of this tracks, like the ears, the outfit, the height?
I'm back.
See if we've ever read anything about this.
Yeah.
I'll do 25.
Ooh.
Damn, that's a good start.
Mate, it's
You
one
remember-
of my field of expertise is I've read everything about things I might come across, but it's all old school knowledge. So it's like
You don't have any current up-to-date knowledge.
it's not current up to date knowledge, but it's like this outfit style and those ears. Does that scream anything to me?
You recall an encounter with a trader who was lost, possibly centuries ago, in an outfit very similar to this. The same kind of fabric and thread and things. But aside from that, no. They were. You never realised, never worked out who they were, or where they were from. Well,
I would like to give this
your,
individual.
Your ancestors never worked out where they were from. Sorry, you were saying?
No. Just yeah. Sorry, I just let Trigger continue his history thing if he needs any more.
No, that's all right. I just wondered if I knew anything sort of base information wise, because it's like that's a weird thing.
All right. Obviously, this is the first person I can assume might be summoned by Rhea, so I would like to size them up from where I am. I would like to give them a good look over their equipment, their gear, give them a good insight to see what I can glean about them as a person.
Well, you can tell they've travelled a long way, same as you.
That outfit's very distinctive, so obviously from a land I don't know.
Yeah.
What kind of weaponry are they carrying?
I'm not sure.
What armor are they wearing?
I'm not actually sure.
Which character is he sizing up?
You.
Oh, of course he is. Right.
Well, you've already had a history check run on you. I'm doing the insight.
Sorry. No, what I mean is I left the room. I left the room because I needed to go get something. I just need to clear my throat.
Yeah.
And I came back and all of a sudden there's a history check. I'm like, oh.
It's all right. Literally 3 seconds after you said you were going off the table, Hawk asked what your character looked like.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Wait, well, obviously because she's got to travel, she's probably wearing something like something over herself to like cover what she's wearing, like a long. I wouldn't say a cloak. Would it be a cloak or something?
Yeah, it'd be like a traveling cloak.
Yeah, she'd have like a traveling cloak, obviously, but because she's been working, she'd be on the ship for a long time, so she'd be preparing for whatever weather. So she'd probably be covered down to maybe just above her knees, but she'd keep her weapons on there as underneath it as not to draw attention. She's already risking enough with her ears out, and that's only because she knows that being a Haringen isn't going to raise too much suspicion.
So I can't see what equipment you're carrying.
No, but because Jumanji, I'm wearing heavy armor. You might be able to hear that I'm heavy. My footsteps are a lot heavier, considering my character is like 4 foot. He's like 4 foot 5.
I'm not planning to get that close at the moment.
Okay.
How are you holding yourself at the moment, and what's your general? I got an insight of 19 on reading your characters.
You'd see it in the sand.
Yeah.
The depressions in the sand.
You'd see that someone my weight my size should not be making that much of an indent in the earth if you've rolled that high.
And how is your character holding herself, and what's her general mannerisms at the moment?
Well, she's trying to walk. Well, obviously, because she's carrying a lot of gear. She's carrying heavier gear. She can't walk as gracefully as she wants to, but she's able to catch. She seems to be able to carry it fair enough because her strength's high enough to carry it with ease. But no, I guess she could still be walking, obviously with a posture and an arc and gait that isn't like everybody else. Because you've seen how how people in kimonos and shit walk.
Yes,
So she'd be walking. Probably not as graceful, like as tightly knitted as that, but enough where her walk mannerisms aren't normal.
And are you nervous, surprised?
There's a little bit. It's more unsure because I'm trying to think of the best way to say culture shock, because this whole village is not what she's used to. So she's holding her own. She's just more taken in by, oh wow, this is completely different, and she's more hoping, trying to
Ish.
make sure. She doesn't draw attention.
So you're a heavy. So what I've got, you're a heavy armor wearer who carries themselves gracefully and is fish out of water.
Yeah. I mean, she's not going to be like, oh my god, look, they use knife and fork. She's going to be like, huh, how interesting this place is. But it's,
Oh yeah, but on a 19, I can get a very good look at like small mannerisms and try and work that out from there.
good.
Okay.
She's not gasping or like everything. She's just like taking in her surroundings, but seems a bit more like she's just taking in the sights and seems surprised by them more than anything else. Is that enough, or would you need anything else?
No, I'm just making some notes.
Okay, I just didn't know whether you'd actually need a little
Well,
more
it's
info.
about what I can see of you from where I am, so I won't be getting a huge amount. It's just what I can get on an insight of 19 about what you're thinking or doing, or any general information I can glean about you at the moment. As you just happen to be the first person that Hawks pointed out I noticed.
Yeah, the ears kind of give it away. Boing.
Okay.
Would I know what a herring gun is? Are they rare? Do herring gun exist in my part of the, like in Greece? In your world?
I say no.
Yeah,
No, especially not at the moment.
I imagine
It's not the most.
I imagine the
friendly-
animal people I'm more familiar with are Leonin. Leonin would exist in Greece.
I'm going to say you're more used to things being fusions of other things.
Well, Leonin's giant tiger people. I'm sure they exist in Greece.
Yeah, they would.
I would have thought lion given Leonin.
I would have thought you'd been more familiar with Chimera or Manticore.
Yeah.
I know the parts of the
Hard to have a
animals.
chat with them though.
I know the parts of the animals, but I don't know the individual animals themselves.
What is this? It seems to be part of a manticore, but just part of a manticore. It's called a goat, sir.
The lower part of a manticore served with the upper part of a manticore as dressing.
You nuts.
I do not like the end of the manticore. Do not serve me that.
Snake.
Okay, so are you going to head towards these two people, or are you going to just?
Who is that aimed at? Me?
Well, either of you.
You all three.
I'm going to make my way as gracefully as possible in my veil to the pub and staying at least 10 to 15 feet away from everybody.
Yeah.
For now. Just keeping a good eye on everything as I walk past with
Well,
my perception, my passive perception.
Well, I'm going to head into the pub. Did Rhea tell us to order something specifically or to sit at a very specific table?
No.
No to what? Which?
No, either.
Oh.
Both.
Okay, so we're just meant to just walk into the bar and hope things happen.
Yes.
Okay. Well then, I'm going to head into the bar and just take a little look around and.
Well, directly ahead of you is a small hut, and beyond that is a roadway.
Well, I was told to go to the bar, so I'm going to head into the tavern.
Well, you don't know where the tavern is.
Well,
Not
didn't
precisely.
she say? Well, didn't she give me a description of it?
Big building past the bakery.
Yeah, big building past the bakery. So I'm just going to continue on that way.
Okay, so you start heading
Very
towards the path then.
Yeah, head towards the path.
As you walk towards the path, you hear a coughing sound from behind you.
I'm just going to stop in my tracks and have my ears go up to listen for any movement.
There is a dishevelled-looking werewolf leaning against a hut. Well, sitting with his back against a hut.
Natural instinct, because he's a werewolf, I'm going to try to carefully walk past. Hopefully he doesn't think...
He looks over at you and then just goes back to what he was doing.
I'm going to take a little deep breath and then continue walking. And my animal instincts are going to make it so my ears are flickering just a little bit. So I'm on a little bit of edge because naturally, as rabbits, wolves are kind of a natural predator.
Okay, Trigger, are you going to come off the beach?
Yeah, I'm just gonna sort of head towards the gate in a relatively straight line, I think.
Okay. You should be able to move your tokens.
Yep. March our way up.
You walk past the rather dilapidated hut, and you see the. You also can see the werewolf sitting there, ever so often coughing.
I'm assuming Trigger passes me at that point as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Can I give you the same insight roll, Trigger?
I can always try.
Oh, you've got to fight hard on this one, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Depends on
this
how
one's
you
not
roll.
good. 8.
So I meant you went roll really poorly. It's like I saw something move past me. I didn't get a good look at it.
So I get fleeting details. I assume as I know kind of you took the Pact of the Blade. I assume you're not carrying a weapon.
Oh no, I'm carrying a lot of weapons.
Oh, you're carrying a lot of weapons. Excellent.
I'm carrying a trident, 2 scimitars, and a big old hammer.
Interesting. And you're not wearing any armor, and you're dressed like a dancer, I assume?
Yep.
Excellent. Cool. That's pinned down. And then I'm going to move towards the road, avoiding that, just going around Succubus.
She's
so
busy
I'm not
reading
getting-
her book.
Cool. I'm not getting within 10 feet of that one.
That and she's literally built like a truck. So
I do not need that headache.
Okay. Dan, as they're approaching the you headed off. As you get close to the gate, you can see that there is a what looks like a drow in armor leaning against the wall, well, sitting against the wall at the side of the gate.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming the case is closed then.
No. Inside the gate, you can see various people standing around, well, doing different jobs. There's a centaur, a dwarf, well, and a couple of dwarves milling around doing different things. 3 dwarves milling around doing different things.
I'm going to go and speak to the drow, as he is the first one I would encounter. Excuse me, sir. Would you be able to point me in the way of the tavern? I have not been here before, and it is an unfamiliar place.
I don't know. Are you real?
Yes, I am real. Now, as real as anyone is.
He looks up at you, sort of very. Not coming to kill me, are you?
No. I have just been asked to attend to the tavern.
It's the bakery in the town. You wouldn't happen to have some food on you, would you? Or
Yes,
some
I
water?
do. And yes, as well. And I hand over so he can have a drink from it and some rations.
A peculiar thing happens when you attempt to give him the water. He tries to drink some, and the water seems to evaporate before it reaches his tongue. It just seems to hit close to his mouth and then just into nothingness. It doesn't moisten his lips at all. It doesn't spill on him. It just disappears. He hands it back. I don't want to waste your supplies, sir.
What has been done to cause the water to be repelled by you? So
I'm cursed. I'm cursed, sir. It's my own damn fault. I disrespected the gods. Now they'll take their penance every night. See the specters on the
Suspected
beach.
gods, you say? Hey, which ones?
I can't talk
Which
about
one
it.
would be?
They'll come for me if I talk about it. They'll drown me again. They drown me every night. He's clearly upset and really his sanity is clearly cracked.
I do not believe this character development.
Trust me. After a year or two of being drowned every single night, you'd be kind of fucked up too.
Is that how long it's been since? Oh, there.
It's gonna have been some time, yeah. And they drown him every night. And if he gets violent or tries to hide, they drown him again.
I assume there's been some fucked up things going on with the ocean recently.
Sort of, yeah.
Given that, well, it's no our characters don't know this, but we do know that Anthos isn't probably going to be as great at his job.
No.
No. Mm.
Yeah, he's kind of screwing up on occasions, yes.
You think that get the attention of the gods more than anything else we do?
Well, you'd hope so.
But that might give us good cover.
Yeah, I can just imagine Zeus coming down, going, "What the fuck's happening here? Nothing. Why are there squirrels in the water?"
Oh please, Zeus is too busy being a swan and fucking mortals to notice anything's happening.
Fair point.
And Golden Rain. Don't forget the Golden Rain as well. Oh, and I'm sorry to hear of your plight.
From
Or,
behind him,
they,
you suddenly see a little animal creature coming. Well, what looks like a little girl in a costume coming running towards you. She won't reach
Get
you
it
until
fire.
until your next turn.
I'm just gonna tilt my head sideways and just sort of a slightly curious look at it. Trailer 4. It's just, huh. And then save your place to my friend. And that's probably a sensible place to leave it for the moment.
Okay, back down on the beach. Okay, how are you gonna? How are Trigger and Murr gonna get round the hut?
I was gonna. Well, I was just gonna try and have her just walk. Just try to walk past it, and hope
Keep
he
going towards
ignores.
the road. Yeah.
Yeah, keep on towards the road. I'm just gonna ignore it, not make eye contact, not do anything. Just keep on walking.
Sensible plan. Okay, Trigger, how
I
are you
can't-
gonna get past the hut?
I'm going to wait for him to notice the bunny walking away. And I'm going to subtly cough and turn invisible.
Hmm?
And then I'm just going to walk off.
So you're gonna walk up. Well, yeah. Okay.
I just head straight towards the gate. It's like, I don't want any part of what's going on out here. Just an hour invisibility. I'm just going to find where I'm going to.
Okay, so how's you gonna keep heading up the road, Alex?
Yes.
Let's read the map. Okay. Okay, gonna change one slight thing.
Hmm?
Gonna have Ollie teleport in here instead of in the ring.
Oh, okay.
Because it'll be
So-
funnier.
Okay, I've been focused on the ring on what's only. Where am I appearing?
By the gate.
By the gate. Okay. Oh, there I am.
Are you a large creature?
I
No,
don't
he
think
still
I
counts
am. I
as
think I'm medium.
You still can't.
He'll just be on whatever this. He'll be at the edge of what is considered a medium creature, but he'll still be considered a medium creature.
Yeah, I think he's got the what's it called? So he counts as it for lifting and.
So you appear on a yellow brick road. Coincidence.
Yeah.
Outside a castle gateway. There is a short. I'm trying to describe Dan's character.
A short man in.
No, he doesn't count as a large creature for carrying or lifting.
Oh.
Okay.
Sure.
A short man in faded, rough material with what would be a strange hat to
Well, he's technically
Ollie.
wearing a red farmer's hat.
Yeah, essentially I have a hat that's just sort of like, yes, here is your stereotypical Asian farmer from American media, with simple robes and the spear in one hand, but the actual spearhead currently has almost a leather bag over the top of it to hide, sort of, not so much hide its weapon, but to show there's no intent to use it, sort of currently.
And he seems to be talking to a tramp of some kind who's leaning up against the wall in heavy armor. There are several women approaching from the south. There's a small child in a costume running towards the Asian-looking chap. Inside the gateway, you can see a centaur with a bow and several dwarves. 3 dwarves. One is clearly some kind of druid. One's like a berserker with an axe. And the other is like some kind of warrior, paladin maybe. So, how would you like to react to this strange environment?
I mean, I had something for appearing in the ring. I'm not sure how. What? Okay, I've just teleported in. Oh no, I've got it. I'm teleported in. Arms outstretched. I'm gonna start out with. Moo yeah! And then I'm gonna look around like I expected to be in a ring, and I've just overshot it. I'm exactly where I needed to be. Do I know anything about who's called me here and why?
You'll have been approached by one of Rhea's emissaries and told to come to a tavern here.
Yeah.
For the item that you seek.
Oh, I can't move my token.
Oh, sorry, my fault. Yeah, now you can.
To be fair, given what I can see, it is no question in what Ollie's character is going to specialize in our group. I don't even think I need to insight him on this one.
He's the mage.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that he's the muscle.
I'm just gonna go. Puny beings, acknowledge me and take me to your leader.
Oh God.
And here I thought I was going to be the one with the problem. You got it.
Yep.
And I also want to use a bonus action to do the cloak of billowing thing and just sort of go, ah!
Jumanji, I've just realised he's a combination of Lur from Futurama and Mr. Satan right now.
Who is himself a parody of professional wrestlers in general.
Yeah.
I am Lur, ruler of the planet Omicron Percy I-8. Can I sleep on your couch? The wife kicks me out.
Centaur starts approaching him.
Oh God.
Oh, us.
Do I just pull out my wings and just fly away?
Half person, half horse. I heard about your people. What were you called? Senators?
She sort of trots over to him. You mean centaurs?
Yeah, that was probably it.
And what are you? Some kind of minotaur?
What am I? Sorry, what was the last thing she said?
And what are you? Some kind of minotaur?
I ain't no miniature nothing.
Oh God.
Oh, I can see you aren't.
I am the champion of the labyrinth, the Cretan bull.
I can hear that, right? Because I know that myth. I'm just instantly going to twig and go, ah, Jesus, not the Minotaur at the labyrinth.
Oh, her
Actually,
tail's flicking. Her
Trigger's
tail's
character's
flicking
probably
up
gonna
at
do
this.
the same thing, because you're versed in history. You know the myth of the labyrinth.
Oh, her tail's flicking up. Yep, she's liking this.
The undefeated champion of the maze, mi amo el toro. And then I'm going, like,
Pose.
yeah, pose. I'm not sure how he would pose at this point. Arms outstretched.
She sort of.
I'd say
like,
get on one knee and do that Hulk Hogan gesture thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the whole
Hold up one bicep and then just hold the other arm out.
yeah, the javelin pose looking
yes,
thing.
javelin pose, that's it. Yeah.
She's sort of
Particularly
twitching,
snort.
and her back legs are sort of going a little bit. She's flicking her tail up a little bit and just like, I'm yeah, but I got to. She's getting very flustered. Oh,
No, the one to use my once a day ability to just fly away from the situation.
It's better. That's what. Even though I'm just going to make this situation 100 times worse.
You think,
Yeah, I
reckon?
imagine you would, because you are invisible currently.
But I literally just going to walk past the gate, and as I'm walking through the gate, I just pull out the loop. My oh my, said the boy too shy. It's just like there's invisible music coming from somewhere.
My question.
She's never
question.
dated boys, guys, but she's not a gay.
Would I notice your character? Do you want to make a stealth check to see if I notice you're there? Because I might notice you're there.
Well, you might do.
But as I said, do you want to roll the stealth? Because it would help me. Then I would know if I noticed this.
I'm trying to think what it does with invisibility. Is there a
It's
disadvantage?
advantage, I'm pretty sure. Let me find the new invisible condition. Conditions, invisibility. Pass see without the aid of magic or special sense for the person hiding the creatures heavily obscure the creature's location who can't be detected by any noise. Attack rolls against have disadvantage, attack rolls have advantage. I would say it would give you advantage.
I was say because at the moment I'm like barefoot on grass.
What's the new heavily choose one. I guess advantage on the next spell check. No, that's a help action. I want heavily obscure. Which gives you blinded. Oh no, you can't see it and automatically fail any ability check that requires sight. Yeah, it probably would just give you an advantage on the check to see whether I actually can pick you.
Well, yeah, but even if you passed, you wouldn't know exactly where I was. So it's not like I'm leaving any tracks or anything.
No, if you're barefoot and you don't weigh a lot, you probably.
Well, so I'm wearing like sandals, and I'm wearing nothing that would. I'm not wearing bells or anything. I'm literally making zero noise apart from the fact there's now music in the general area.
That's the right in the middle of the gate. It's fucking annoying.
So I'm trying to go around it, but just like.
That's all right. They probably won't be there for that much longer.
How tall's the gate?
I'm trying to remember.
Or the
It's
wall?
rebuilt, so 30 feet.
Ooh, that's high. I can't jump over that.
It's been rebuilt since the attacks before.
Okay.
Agatha is basically, well, she's told you who she is. She's like, she just sort of. Yes, I've got to get on with some with my duties for now. But yeah, come by mine later. She turns around and flicks her tail up playfully at you, Ollie.
Jumanji, why have I got the idea that Ollie's suddenly going to go, oh boy, a match already?
That is exactly where I was going to go with that. I've been challenged already, brother.
Yes, that's what it is. It's wrestling.
It's a
Well,
kind of sling.
Of a sort.
Okay, Dan's getting glomped. New
And being
people! Ah, like hugs coming in.
Oh, God. Grandma, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, you're a new person, aren't you?
Yes, I am, little one. Do you have It seems you don't have many visitors if you're this excited by new people.
Oh, I'm always excited to see new people. You're here to see Rhea, aren't you?
A look of surprise hits my face. It's like, how do you know that name?
I don't suppose I heard that, did I?
No, she whispered it because she's hugging him.
I don't even think my super rabbit hearing would hear that.
Well, that
Well,
nice
I
mystical
bet.
music blocking everything out.
But let's get you inside. You and your friend here. Comes up and pats Trigger on the ass. She has got true sight.
Oh, no.
Right, clever girl.
Of course, the immortal vampire has true sight. What do you want?
Yeah, Grandma is a fucking treasure.
It's just I cannot see anyone there, but I'm going to trust you on this. Given the air seems to be
You
talking.
hear the slap on the buttocks.
Yeah.
There was a clap in the middle of the air, so she touched something.
Someone works out.
Oh, she's not wrong.
So,
Oh, and what's that? As she glances over and sees the Harrigan.
She's just going to look down at her ears, start twitching, just looking down at this small child.
Little
Hello, little
Harrigan!
one.
You're getting hugged as well.
Oh, you know what I am. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm
the little
more
bunny ears.
slowly and
Oh.
very, very nervously, like, pet her head. She's not used to this much physical intimacy. You were expecting a Herringen?
Oh, I wasn't sure who I was expecting. That's the
Oh.
boss's thing. Wink.
That's going to have her ears going, boss.
You
Then
know,
that's going to catch her interest.
it's more of a Titan pay grade. Wink.
Okay, that's going to get her attention. Let's see.
And as for intimacy, I think your big friend here is going to get some.
That's going to make her bluff and go, I'd rather not interfere in the nuptials of strangers.
As she walks over to Ollie. Well, walks over to El Toro. You're a strapping minotaur.
Oh, hello, small child.
I know my friend Deborah likes you. I mean, I'm Gartus.
Oh, yes, I think she challenged me to a match later on.
Yes. Yes, that sort of challenge.
See, this is more uncomfortable knowing it's coming from the body of a fucking 12-year-old.
Do you know who's in charge here, little girl?
Well, I am.
That's going to catch her attention, just like...
Oh,
That's my ring.
Ring, do you perchance do sumo here?
Can do.
Huh. Interesting.
But not at the moment.
you got a ring. That's more like it.
Well, if you and Deborah Gartus do anything, don't do it in my ring. Don't have to wash the cloth again.
Ah.
Oh, I see.
See.
Falls count
Yes, sir.
anywhere, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, that one was good. That one's good. Give him a stamp for that one.
Don't worry, I think I can take her.
I think that's what she's hoping for.
God, this shit right itself.
Okay, and who's this last one here? The one who's standing off over there.
Before she gets close to me, does she have that? Does she have that old? The eyes give away how old she really is. So
Oh yeah, very much.
I'm not going to be fooled by the childish act.
Well, you'd have to insight her to do that.
No, I'll insight. Well, my passive insight's 15. So, do you need it to be higher than that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Oh, not on that. No, I don't notice. Fun.
No.
And Alicia goes another day without anyone knowing how old she actually is.
Well, she doesn't even know how old she is.
As far as we know, I think that's the joke, is that she probably does, she probably doesn't.
She might know, although then again, she might be lying.
Yeah, that's the problem, we can never know.
Do I have anything on a passive insight other than that small child?
Small child.
And the fact that she's announced she runs the town.
Clearly she's not human.
obviously.
given that
Oh.
she just went up and slapped someone on the ass who was invisible.
Not just that, was brave enough to go up to a fucking bull.
Yes. And pretty much told everyone, yeah, like her friend wants to shag him.
Yeah.
I'm ignoring that part.
Just so you know, yeah. Perrin's very red in the cheeks and is covering her mouth with like the long sleeve of her face of her cloak. Like just
I do not concern myself with the mating rituals of animals.
Well, actually, that's not something you've actually said out loud. So, so, so what are you going to do? Are you going to approach them?
No, I'm going to keep a safe distance at the moment.
Okay.
well, I'm gonna follow the little one. She's clearly not. I mean, I'm clearly gonna know she's not what she seems. Or do I need to roll for that as well?
Uh,
Because she knows too much, and she's clearly not a child. She's clearly got more knowledge than a child should have, and she said she's the leader. So, would I need insight to even consider
perhaps
she may not be human?
Perhaps a suggestion would be perception check. Smell.
Yeah, perception. Yeah, perception. Okay, I'm rolling a perception. A 20. Dirty 20.
That's 20. You can tell she's definitely not human. She has no body odor. Like no. There's no like pheromones or anything or like
Okay.
scent coming off her aside from like artificial scent.
Okay, this might be a waste of a spell slot.
But also there is
But
a distinctive smell of
can you
blood.
channel- okay, so the blood's going to make me suspicious enough. Okay, I know I've got an ability that makes me so I can channel divinity to or something to detect whether something is undead. Oh yeah, channel divinity divine sense to know whether there is. So I'm going to use one of them just out of suspicion because of the blood.
Yeah. She's undead.
Okay. Okay, that's going to terrify her a little, but at this, so I'm going to question like, what actually are you?
Or me, my little fuzzy harrigan.
You smell of blood, and you smell of rot. You smell undead.
I don't
What
smell
is your intention with
undead.
it?
I washed his weapon. And I cleaned my teeth.
I can sense.
That's disappointing. I'm a vampire.
A vampire. So you don't seem.
What?
She's
Like
just
a
going to look
vampire?
around. It's
Like
daytime.
a
Out, isn't it?
Monrovian vampire. Like, you're. I shall
Her ears are gonna
suck your
start
blood.
That's going to make her ears twitch a little bit as she backs up.
Oh, baby,
I'm
I
not
think
sure
I should
I
have
know what one of those
a
is.
Monrovian accent. Oh, suck your blood.
They just reappear next to her. Like, I like this one. This one I like. I'm just
What are those
gonna,
noises you're making, small child?
I'm just gonna lift her up and put her on my shoulder. Right, which way are we going? Which way to the bar?
Oh, it's the other side
Just
of the bakery.
scoop her
It's
up.
the other side of the bakery.
Okay. If I've noticed that no one else seems to be afraid of her, I'm going to start putting my guard down.
She's
a little
holding
bit.
her cloak across in front of her as well, like doing it over the top, like Strahd, sort of, or Count von Count,
So-
sort of, like.
So, in your opinion, would my character, considering her sheltered upbringing, would she get that this is just her playing around? or would you still be terrified?
I would insight it. Insight it.
Okay. Okay. Insight. This isn't going to go well. 13.
No, you know it's a joke. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah. Okay. Just gonna hold my hand over my chest, just look at everyone, and just
if
cough.
you'd got a 1, then yeah, I'd have said
Yeah.
you didn't get it.
Yeah,
No,
Like,
she
no.
scares you shitless. Is what happens.
Yeah, she scared you shitless.
Like, you're just gonna cough a little, put a fur down on her foot, and then just start following and go, see.
You're the
A
only
jape.
person who thinks like she's the stereotype of Strahd at this point.
I'm just gonna calm down. Then I'm just gonna have a calm down then and be like, well, if everyone else isn't afraid of her and she hasn't gone for us yet, then
On for you. I can eat you.
well, she's a vampire. Very well. Apologies, I've only heard about vampires in stories. Though
Well,
you
you'll
don't
find a
seem
lot
to...
of people in this village are different.
I noticed the strange gentleman on the beach.
Oh, Newt.
That's gonna have a go. Newt.
That's his
Is
name.
he violent? Is he violent or? He seemed very
No.
sick. Is there something? Oh,
He's probably
Huh.
spent too much time. He's
I see.
living out there in exile. Got to shift that accent. Start going Barovian again. Oh, after 11 months, it's
Gonna
difficult to
take
get rid of.
You can take the hawk out of Barovia, but you can't take the Barovia out of hawk.
Yeah. Old habits. Oh. Yes, oh, he's been living out there since the divorce.
Oh, I see. I apologize again. This is completely different to what I was expecting. Do
Oh,
you
yeah.
have a name, perchance?
Oh, everyone just calls me grandma.
She's going to giggle a little behind that one just because of the whole thing. Grandma. Very well.
Oh, let's get everyone inside, especially you, you
Lead the
strapping
way.
fellow. For Agatha's jumps you.
Oh, don't worry, I'm ready at all times.
So she.
Give her a...
I don't get ready, I stay ready.
Come on, give her a haymaker, brother.
Sounds exhausting.
Put her in the cross-faced chicken wing.
Well, I'm sure the horse will be happy to hear that.
I'll get her in the labyrinth lock and she'll cry uncle before you know it.
Oh my goodness. Yes, yes. Just try not to wake the neighbors. Depending on what positions you're in. Deborah can be quite the screamer. Come on, let's go. Come on.
So I'm just going to carry her down. Just carrying her down.
Have a point. What? You're just gonna have a like pointing where you've got to go.
I'm a Goliath. I can just carry her on my shoulder. She's tiny.
Oh God! Well, she's probably going to be used to you as well because her grandson is a Goliath as well, and so is her daughter.
Exactly.
Technically, Trigger can lift more than the Minotaur.
Yeah.
Agatis is gonna also, is gonna give give El Toro another flirtatious wave. He's there biting her lip.
Oh, I'm not sure I'd know this, but did you? Which kind of origin story are you running for Aphrodite in the Greek mythos?
I can't remember what
Is she?
way.
It's more. It's more. Is she a child of Rhea or is she the seafoam thing?
I'll probably go with the sea foam thing because it's slightly weirder.
Okay, cool.
I mean, the Titans are still technically related anyway, so
Well, no, I was just interested because the vampire's like, "Oh, grandma." I'm like, Rhea's technically my grandmother, I think.
she's everyone's grandma. She's your grandma. She's Hans's grandma. I dare say she's the village's grandma.
I was wondering if a relationship with Rhea gonna.
And she's my grandma, your grandma, sitting by the fire.
Making discones.
My grandma, told your grandma, put your flag on fire.
So as you head okay, as you head in, the sentries sort of see that grandma's with you, so they just go back to what they were doing. So yeah, just
Well, that's going to show what.
keep heading this way. Just got to head past the bakery.
Delicious buns.
To the bakery.
So you head across the town. In front of the bakery, there's a large, spindly green fellow. Talking to a large woman with horns. Who's wearing white chef's, well, I say a chef's outfit, a white, well, yeah, you know what chef's
An
outfit
apron?
is. Yeah, like an apron. Chef's white, basically.
Yeah.
They continue going about their jobs as the green chap starts heading away. As you approach, you also see a priestess walking towards the bakery, who looks very similar to the baker. Well, to the woman you see by the bakery.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
You see, we
This is
have
like
a
the
lot of
third people with horns we've seen, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of horny people in this village.
You see, we have quite a diverse group of people living here.
I've noticed. Forgive me if I offend, but wouldn't some of these people be considered monsters in the eyes of most people, and yet you all seem to live in perfect harmony with each other?
Well, I'd say
Remarkable.
perfect. Well, depends. we do have a bit of a problem. Depends on if you hear from them or not.
I see.
We have a
But, well,
we have some gnomes who've moved in, and their representative tends to cause a few problems.
gnomes.
Well,
Oh.
they own some property out by the beach. I let them move in, and now they keep claiming they own everything else. Should ban gnome owners associations.
Jumanji, god damn it, Hawk.
Yes.
So, Jumanji, it should be us, damn it, Hawk.
Yes,
We
oh,
are God.
damn it, but seriously. Wow. I know you attempted to make Agatha part of that. I know that took restraint.
No, I made Karen part of that.
What?
I made Karen part of that.
fuck
No. Karen's
fuck yeah, I forgot
Karen's
you
the
made
representative of the Gnome Owners Association.
Even
How
though
long
she's
have you
even though she's not a gnome.
Well, yeah, she's just
How,
a
and how many
representative.
gnomes does she own?
That's racist.
All of them?
Well, let's keep going. You know, we want to.
Of course.
The morning.
Morning.
Oh, she says good morning to Morag. How's the sister settling
Morag.
in? Oh, she's settling in fine. In fact, she's just on her way
Wait.
over.
Wait, Morag has a sister now?
No, sorry, not Morag. Sorry, wrong name. Rose.
Ah, Rose.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Sorry, I was just finding something a second. It was taking a little bit too long. Because my internet is being bloody slow. Okay, so she is going to say hello. Okay, as you walk past, or be carried past, Rosie's going to say hello to you.
Okay.
So,
Hello. Oh, hello there. I'm gonna like bow my head.
okay, so sorry, having some teething problems.
I think I've decided that El Toro's method of acknowledging greeting is to strike a Hogan pose.
Oh God.
Oh,
Just don't do the whole cupping the ear thing whenever you're listening.
Okay.
It's like nodding back to him. He's been in the labyrinth his whole life. Most people just try to kill him. He's having a good day.
Oh, this is taking ages. I loaded the wrong thing. Ah, there we go. That's what I needed. That's if it's going to roll. Or maybe not. Oh no, there it is. Oh No. No, that one's fine. So trigger's fine. No no check required for him. Okay. So these new people, newcomers. Hello. So
Oh, hello.
yeah, it's a roll for the three of you. So no, that one's fine. That's fine. And that one's fine. Okay, if you're going to speak to Rose, you need to roll a d20.
Hey. Well, that didn't go well. 2.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's only if you get an 18, 19, or 20.
Oh.
Just only know, Grandma, what's the deal with this one?
Oh, she's her name's Rose. She's lovely. She's just got she's a succubus. And she's got women's problems. So, anyone going to say anything to Rose before you head past?
I'm just gonna probably ask if I could come back later to maybe buy some rolls or something from here because it smells delicious.
Yeah. So, yeah, of course you can.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay. So. Okay. The green chap is still there if you wanted to say anything to him. Oh, that's
I'm going to walk past and just say, right?
Hello. Do you have any spoons? I'd like spoons.
I will keep an eye out for spoons for you.
Thank you. I do like spoons and taps.
Now, what is your upper limit on spoons? Is it ladles, soup spoons?
All of those.
Okay.
Okay. How are the rest of the party
Toro
gonna?
has never seen such a wide array of beings.
Well, the question is a spade a spoon?
No.
Well, it's a matter of perspective, really, and
Ah.
scale.
I mean, if you were a giant, it would be a spoon.
No, it is not a spoon.
I was just trying to confuse him.
Just come on, you.
Oh, right.
Dan, you gonna say anything as you walk past the bakery?
I'm going to bow my head slightly and go. Good day to you. Jumanji. I know he's sounding very British at the moment, but I've been reading Sherlock Holmes, so it's over my
Oh, he's one of those colonist
Oh
Asians.
God. Oh, sorry, Dan.
proud.
Just don't ejaculate with surprise.
Oh God.
Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Is this to avoid being charmed?
Yes.
I have advantage. Because elves. Oh, thank God. 21.
Yeah, you succeed.
Gonna shake my head slightly as I feel something brushing against my thing, as if it's a. How strange. Oh. Good day. I'm sure I shall return. Once I know more of the businesses here. Bow slightly and continue on.
Okay, you get to the entrance to the bar without any further interactions. Okay, who's going to go into the bar first?
I will. Well,
Okay, as you go in, roll me a perception check.
26.
You saw a door slam shut at the far end of the bar as soon as you walked in. Behind it was a small goblin. with one arm. Getting involved in this shit. Inside the bar, there is a fairly dishevelled. Well, no, he's not dishevelled because he's had time living here now. There is a man in a tricorn hat stood behind the bar, stood by a table, or one side of a table with a fairly busty barmaid, sort of red-haired dwarf, beside him. At the other side of this table is a large blonde-haired man with a blue mermaid. Well, I say no, a blue woman with gold-looking armor. At the bar, there is a dwarf woman with blonde hair and a horned tiefling woman. The barmaid has a pair of tentacle arms instead of, well, a pair of tentacles instead of a left arm. Okay, no reaction. I just described what was in the bar.
Yeah, I know.
So you're not going to do
a lot of unusual characters. I'm just going to head to the bar.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid everybody.
You can't really avoid anyone, not without like bumping into them or climbing on the table. As it is quite crowded. Well, I say quite crowded. There's a number of people stood around.
I will try and make my way to the bar as subtly as possible.
Okay. How are the others going to enter the...
Well, I'm going to walk in and, well, obviously there's a lot of people. So I'm going to take that look and see if I can find a empty table of any kind.
There's empty tables as soon as you walk in.
And I'm just going to take a seat at one. Just because I've already been overwhelmed by everything at this point, I just need to, well, rest and get my thoughts together. While also taking in the fact that there is so much diversity in this bar. At this point, I'm not even going to question the tentacle barmaid.
Okay. Come on then, let's go into the bar.
I'll walk in just with her on my shoulder. Right, I bring the small one. It's been a long walk from the beach. Hear me.
Okay, she hops off.
Brr.
Let's get them a round of drinks in on me. She hops up onto the other table and hops over to the bar. Come on, Brunhilde, let's get them a round of drinks. You know, it's Rhea's guests. Oh. So these are the ones. Ooh. Yeah, I'm a pop. Oh, so you are the ones who are supposed to be dealing with this problem. Come on, you two, sit down. Stop taking up space. She
I'm gonna have
yells
a
to the
ask if it's
pirate and the
possible-
barmaid.
Oh dear. I was
Come
gonna
on.
have Perrin ask if it's possible to get something to eat as well.
Well, of course.
Oh, thank you
what
very
would you-
much.
What would you like to drink?
Let's see. Do you have any sake? Or
Oh, rice wine. No,
Oh,
unfortunately we don't.
then
It's
I'll
not much
gladly take
call
whatever
for
you
it.
recommend. Oh, then I will happily take whatever you recommend. I'm afraid
Oh.
I'm not familiar with this region.
I can get you some red wine or some white wine.
Red wine if that's okay. Thank you.
Oh, of course. The rest of you. What about you, big guy?
Yes, wine sounds good to El Toro. I've taken it from adventurers on occasion.
You sure you don't want a pint of mead?
What is mead?
I'll get you a pint of it, and then you'll see what you like. See if you like it. The rest
El
of
Toro
you.
thanks you.
Just a bottle of your finest wine, please.
She goes back and prepares your order. Richter looks up from his looks over. And sort of, they the ones. They're sort of discussing it between themselves. And Hans and Topaz are basically doing the same thing. Think they'll be able to deal with this? I'm not sure. But I believe in them. If Rhea believes in them, then I believe in them.
As I'm in close proximity to Hans, I'm just going to start doing muscle poses again. Just like,
Don't do that. You know what will happen.
Pose off.
No, he's going to start encouraging him and encourage him to work harder and get stronger. That his body is a perfect example of hard work.
Okay,
I'll let you.
I'll let you take over Hans for that one then.
Okay. That is a fine body you have there, sir. Yeah, you must have worked very hard to attain such strength.
I am the undefeated champion of the labyrinth.
Champion, huh? Tell me, do you partake in the wrestling? A bit of mano-a-mano grapple?
You know it, brother.
Then you will love this village. This land was built on the law of wrestling. Everything from marriage to even all disputes are even just done through wrestling.
Sounds like El Toro's kind of place.
Well, if Rhea has summoned you, then I believe she has faith in you, and that means I believe in you too. So never let these muscles, never ever let these muscles wane. Remember to get stronger and have pride in yourself, because Hans believes in you.
That works for me, brother.
He's just gonna like do the manly handshake. Yeah. He's gonna look at Topaz and go, yeah. This one has the strength. Hans likes this one. He's gonna have a little sit. He's just gonna do like a little pose to encourage it back. Just imagine Ultimate Warrior and Hogan's pose offs. And that will be the end of my Hans for this. I miss that bastard.
He says the end of his hands, he'll come back. He always comes back.
As long as there is faith and there is hope in oneself, Hans will never disappear.
Oh, that's
Jumanji, as long as Conan the Barbarian references and Fabio exists, there will always be Hans.
El Toro begins to like this place.
Well, yeah, Jumanji, you've literally just found out this place encourages wrestling. The question becomes, does that mean they do custody of children on a ladder match?
Well, naturally.
Yeah, naturally.
I can't believe that's a thing that actually happened.
Why do you think Newt's on the beach? Lost everything in that bloody Cuddle Slam match.
Welcome to Cuddle Slam 38.
What is that? Is that a Russian neck breaker or a sleeper hold? That's spooning.
The Heaver with the Beaver.
Hold. That's spooning.
The Heaver with the Beaver.
A hammer and sickle.
sorry, one of my other tokens isn't working. Just having to.
First of all, it could be worse. We could have someone here that's based on Joey Ryan
Oh God.
and his world's strongest penis wrestling move.
So strong, he can push ups on it.
Well, no, his thing was that people would grab him by the balls and somehow he would like flex and that would somehow hurt them and then he would flip them across the ring with his penis.
Hate to think we have to roll for that.
I think a dexterity and a strength and strength in general.
Someone took the prehensile tail feat. So you don't have a tail. I can pick it up with my dick.
Ah, Phil Collins. Brunhilde's back. Well, just a bit more.
Yeah.
Brunhilde's back.
She always comes back.
Well, yeah, I mean, we are on the island and, well, the bar was unoccupied. You're better to run a bar than a bartender.
No, she
Oh,
wasn't.
open
She
now,
didn't run the bar for a short period of time because another family came in, but then they got it back because they always somehow get the bar back.
The big question is whether or not there's a girl flashing in the kitchen and if there's an elf in the corner playing knife games on a table by herself while smoking a cigarette menacingly. Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
Ah, Jiminy Cricket.
I'll be right back. I'm just going to ask Liz if we've got any ibuprofen.
Aha, there it is. I was getting that error that I had earlier where it was like, a freaking token I've used before suddenly just wasn't working. Oh.
Don't worry,
Okay.
Token. Hans believes in you.
Even if roll 20 apparently doesn't.
I had that with an orc in Shadow of War. Like it was showing as alive. It was letting me order it onto missions, but it was crashing the game if I actually tried to see the orc.
That's annoying.
Launched a death threat against the mission I sent him to infiltrate, killed the orc, and my one just died randomly. So I brought him back so I could see him die properly.
I'm back.
So it looks like the stream's crashed as well. Oh no, it's back up.
Yeah, still alive.
Yeah, it just seemed to crash on my end.
Yeah, you didn't break, from what I saw.
Yeah, it's just got a thing saying live offline.
Well, it can't be both. Which is it?
They're mutually exclusive.
And then the next one, live is back.
Yeah, so I just had to quickly remake a token. Because the token I did have suddenly decided didn't work anymore.
No token for you.
Despite it being a token I've used loads of times, it was suddenly just, no, that one's broke now. So yeah, that's what's causing the delay. There it is. You can't have a freaking encounter with the person you're here to meet if the token for the fucking person you're here to meet doesn't work. I freaking tried to put it down thinking, oh yeah, that's a token I've used loads of times. It's like, no. Ria's tokens just suddenly wouldn't work at all.
Yeah, you don't need this token.
Right. Okay, so Brunhilde comes back with your drinks and hands over your what each of you were after. Puts them down on the central table. Yeah, you're she'll be here shortly. She just wanted to see how you handled getting here.
Has she brought food for Perrin, or is she still waiting on that?
She's just gonna go and get it. Well, she's gonna go and get She's gonna get Hans to go and get it. Actually, no, she can go and get it because I forgot where the entrance was. So yeah, if you would like to sit down at the table.
Close as I can get without actually sitting on the table, according to the markers.
Go on, Litlin. You can come join us. Well, she always does like to make an entrance, so... In the middle of the table, a small puff of smoke appears. And a small snapping goblin appears right in the middle of the table. She looks at each of you. Gabba, gabba. Gabba, gabba. Who are these powerful and noble warriors?
Oh, I forgot the amulet.
No, the amulet.
Me llamo El Toro, the champion of the labyrinth. I mean, she asked.
Gabba, gabba. Gabba, gabba, gabba. Ah. He definitely has a small penis. Oh shit. As she takes the amulet off.
Shakes it.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
I've been wearing this thing so long, I completely forgot about it.
Just imagining that the table's been flipped already.
The
So,
substances that only make me small in a room.
So you're the ones who answered.
Are you Lady Rhea?
Yes. She smiles. She grins. Her mouth really wide.
At this point, she's not going to question it and just bows her head and go, "Ah, pleasure. My father's spoken of you."
Mm. Mm. Well, I've been secretly taking a measure of your of you all since you got here. The quiet one, the cheeky one, the polite one, and the bunny.
Well, normally I'm not too quiet, but you did ask us to be discreet.
Hmm. Yeah, true.
And keeping myself quiet and my face hidden is the only level of discretion I can provide you. As I assume you already are aware of.
Well, guess it's up to you then. Shall we tell them our little tale? He looks over at Hans and Richter. Shall I tell them the tale?
Yeah. 'Tis best they hear it from your lips rather than ours. I don't know if I could
Well,
control myself.
well, little fisherman here. He met the individual responsible outside, a former paladin called Obnus, who okay, I'll start this with a question. Who here has noticed there's something wrong with the world?
My father has noticed that that the water outside his domain is acting peculiar, but he said he wouldn't delve any further than that.
This is the first time El Toro has left the labyrinth in Crete.
You mean more so than usual, Rhea? The world has
Well, I
always
think
had
this.
problems and will continue to always have problems.
Well, I think the
But
fisherman
if you're
here
being
would
specific,
know more. Have you noticed that the seas are not behaving like they normally do?
Yes, it has had a. No, even a minor change can have a major impact in a small place. Is Uminoka Abbey has lost its power of late.
Well, that's because my son, Poseidon, is dead.
you can't be serious.
Oh, I am.
I don't think she'd have a reason to lie about something so serious.
He's dead, and someone has stopped his soul from going to the underworld. Otherwise, his brother Hades would have said something or done something.
And why have the other gods not chosen to take notice of the absence of Poseidon?
Because Poseidon isn't gone. There is someone pretending to be him. But he's not doing a good enough job.
A fake Poseidon?
Forgive me for asking, but you said that the individual outside that the fisherman saw was responsible in some way. If that's the case, why is he running around?
Oh, he's being tormented. The spectres that you saw on the beach drown him every night.
For
So
such
you
a
expect...
But what did he do exactly?
That's the point where Richter sort of like sighs.
You
And his
expect
wife
me
sort
to
of
believe a
holds his
mortal
hand.
killed Poseidon. You expect me to believe that mortal killed Poseidon and his death has gone unnoticed?
Oh, can I on that line? Can I roll history to just to see how many ways I know there are to kill a god. Because I assume that's in the library.
Yeah, that is definitely something you'd know that I would.
It's like, well,
'Cause-
they've killed gods on several occasions. And
Here's-
it's X, Y, and
Here's
Z.
here's the funny part of this. You know all the history. I know all the religion side of it. I deliberately took religion for the Greek pantheon.
Just so she can start quoting and go, it is indeed plausible and doable.
Well, you wouldn't have specifics of how to, but you would have
No.
references.
But I'd have
you'd
records of
you'd
when
have,
it's happened before.
you'd have references. It would be very like the Q Civil War to you. It'd be like you'd be surprised how inventive immortals can be destroying immortals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. If you told me an immortal killed him, then I wouldn't have a problem. He's not an immortal, as far as I'm aware.
He was provided.
He looked
with
like a
Hind's
shabby
blood.
mortal.
Oh, yeah, that would do it.
And they're just passing that out to mortals now.
Someone did.
Oh, the real question then is, who benefits? What
That's
is to
precisely
gain?
why you're here. We need to know who did this and why. Because clearly one of the other gods is involved. Because we have this. These were used in an attack upon this village. And Richter and Hans both pull out from under the table a shield of Hephaestus and put it on the table.
I'm just gonna look at it. I'm just gonna look at that. Do not touch that. Anyone in this group. Is that what I think it is?
It was specially created for a religious order that I believe you know, the Golden Dawn.
I'm aware. And I'm aware of who made that. That is why nobody of divine origin should touch it. Who knows what nasty traps he put in there in case a divine being touched it.
Oh, it simply repels you.
Well, if that's all it does, Mr. Divine Lucky. He tends to put all sorts of tricks in there for us. Or his siblings.
That's because my internet can't handle much more than that. Sorry, just answering the question in the chat.
Well, I can, from what I know, he will be an unwitting pawn or trying to get revenge, maybe. Not that he concerns himself with much outside his forge.
Well, he's clearly in league with Anthos, the one who killed Poseidon. Well, the Anthos, the one who is pretending to be Poseidon, and the others, There's someone managed to stop Poseidon's soul from reaching the afterlife.
Do you have any idea why he's giving these to the Golden Dawn?
No, that's why I needed you. You're going to investigate that.
Yeah. That makes sense that you would pick me on this one. They have become popping up on my radar of recent. Can I look
And
at
on-
Trigger's character?
Sorry?
You seem well. I would like to look at Trigger's character. You seem knowledgeable in history, if I'm correct.
Okay. Not sure if Trigger's there or not.
No, I'm here. I was just that wasn't really a question.
I think he was waiting for you to confirm that you do indeed know your history.
Oh. I know enough history. Depends on the subject matter, really.
Hephaestus making divine items and handing them to mortals in a mass quantity, such as these shields. He doesn't normally do mass reproductions from the myths, but I don't know enough about history to say whether he's done it en masse before.
Now the question is it actually Hephaestus? It could be a descendant. Someone taking the namesake as artistic license in his name.
Do these look too good to be made by anyone?
Yeah. Yeah, they do look too good.
No, I think
They're no
this is his
knockoffs.
handiwork. They don't look like knockoffs. So we should run with the presumption that it is Hephaestus. That would be the worst case. Running with the worst cases. Planning for the worst case is often the best idea.
Well, of all the gods, Hephaestus is usually quite approachable. You could just ask.
Well,
Hephaestus is also the one who hides himself away in his forge more than not.
What would you others have to
Plus,
say about
do we
this?
really want to?
I'm afraid I don't know enough about Greek, unfortunately, about Hephaestus, but I can tell just by looking at this thing, it's too well made to be made by a regular mortal's hands. And if a god has indeed struck a deal with a group like the Golden Dawn, then the question is one of the questions is as to why he's working with why he'd be working with this Anthos character, and why they'd want to take Poseidon's power.
It's a lot of questions. To be honest, asking directly would not be a smart plan, given we do not want to let the cat out of the bag until we know more.
There's also the chance he might not be forthcoming with information if his allegiance truly has shifted.
So, Rhea, is there any other information you need to let us know?
Well, as I said, we know that someone else is involved, that other gods are involved in this incident. We know that Hephaestus is involved. We know that someone, possibly Thanatos or Hermes, someone intercepted his soul before it reached the afterlife.
Hermes would be a safe bet.
And put it somewhere. But I'm not convinced this group can work together yet.
It is a safe assumption. We have known each other less than, I'd say, a few hours.
I think we should start with introductions, actually.
Perhaps you're right.
I'm going to have her stand up and go and introduce herself. I'm Purin no Mikato, daughter of Susano no Mikoto. Part of the Japanese pantheon of Shinto gods.
And Purin, what would you say your greatest strengths and weaknesses are?
I couldn't exactly say I'm confident in assessing my own abilities like that, but I'd say I'm a dab hand with a long and short sword, and I have trained under my father for my sword skills and my paladin abilities. I am versed in healing and attack, I suppose. If you're talking about personal, I'd say my ignorance of the world outside of Japan does leave me a little bit of a loss as to what might be commonplace to everybody else. And just go look at the table and see things like cutlery and things, go, even the utensils here are strange to me.
Well, thank you for being so open.
It serves no purpose if we are to work together that I hide anything from you.
A good assessment.
And I'm gonna just take a little sit down and have some wine because that was a lot for her to do.
I will rise at this point, bowing into her and to the rest of the table as I do briefly. I am called Ryoshi. Ryoshi. I serve as guardian of shrine to the Umi no Aba, a relic near the village in which I live. That is what I am known as to mortals. The fact of the matter is, I am the Umi no Hiba, the kami that has awoken from it. But it and myself have both weakened with what appears to be the falling of Poseidon. And so I have come to answer the summons to correct the loss of the balance. And while what remains of my power invested in my original form remains with the village, providing what protection it can against any atrocities that may occur there because of this Anthos, you said his name was?
Yes.
As a Titan Raya? Yeah. Because of this Anthos and his incapabilities. He's at using the power now bestowed upon him.
And what would you say your strengths and weaknesses lie?
I am much more connected with what matters of more spiritual nature. My knowledge of the outside world is probably even more limited than your and turning to Perrin.
Purring.
Perrin.
She's going to give a little nod back to him.
Well, but have an understanding of the spiritual, and given the limited resources of Frau may have learned to survive more off the land and have worked my physical body to develop alongside my spiritual side. After all, a monk who guards a temple is useless unless he can actually guard a temple alongside seeking enlightenment.
So physical strength and wisdom.
More like speed than physical strength. But yes.
Well, the wisdom to harness strength is a noble goal.
Thank you. Bows the head slightly again and then sits down again.
My character has already loudly introduced himself several times, but
Yeah, but I think you do it again.
But he's going to do it again.
He's got the opportunity.
Just for shits and giggles, while you're doing it, would it be inappropriate for Hans to suddenly start playing theme music of something on an instrument in the background?
So I'm glad you just said that because I was literally about to whip out the drums.
Yeah,
But I am trying. My angle is to have a serious character development here. But sure, go for it. I'm quite happy with that.
well, let me tell you something, brothers. I got no love for the big guys upstairs, but we're clearly dealing with someone who means business. So if I'm coming with you, I'm coming for the fight. You point El Toro in the right direction, and you get the hell out of El Toro's way. And whoever steps to the Cretan Bull is going down with a gore, gore, gore. Imagine I did that louder. People are going to
Well,
bed.
I enjoy your enthusiasm, El Toro. There is no need to ask what your strength lies. But where's your great weakness?
Wunderbar, El Toro, wunderbar.
What would you say your weakest aspect is?
I think I have heard quieter tsunamis than you, sir.
Oh, Jumanji, just checking real quick. Rhea does know what El Toro was promised, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she knows
She's the
what
one-
we all know. We all know we're here for a gift, and we all. Yeah, I said.
Yeah, and they'll just turn to Rhea and say, "I just hope you remember what you promised, El Toro."
And where does your weakness lie, El Toro?
I'm not weakness.
Maybe weakness is too vague. Maybe something you're not so good at might cause you trouble. Obviously, it's not presence or physical strength.
I mean, I guess it's because this is the first time I've ever left the labyrinth. I'm kind of.
Yes, I am tending to notice a theme with the people Rhea has chosen to pick. This is probably for the.
A lot of this stuff is new to El Toro.
Yes. And I imagine there is a reason. You know, we all know what the reason for this is. None of you are going to be noticed missing. Rigger, are you going to go next, or?
I haven't anyone left, am I?
I haven't gone. Yeah, apart from me.
Yeah, I'll go. I'm trying to think how much it actually fucking divulges the problem.
Yeah, again, it's an interesting one. Can I be doing insight? Just checking everyone for insight. You know, how they're coming across on this one as well.
Yeah.
As I said, I'm still sizing up the entire group. But I'm pretty sure I've got a good picture of these three. The odd element out is Trigger's character, and I have a feeling he's going to be the odd one out because he's going to keep things close to the chest.
Yeah, I'll be back in a moment.
Okay.
No problem.
So my name is Lena Barter. I am one of a member of a guardian tribe. Well, one of the 4 great guardian tribes guarding the, let's just say, the more secretive elements that gods do not want you to find.
Can I make? Sorry to interrupt you, Trigger. I'm just wondering whether I would have ever heard of this. Because I do have a good religion. I'm proficient in religion, so I'm wondering whether I'd know it. Whether it would that ring anything, or is it super secret, Trig?
Oh, you might have heard of it.
You'd have heard
Should
of
I
the
do a religion
Amazons.
check? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, religion, let's go. Oh, natural 1, motherfucker! I haven't heard of his particular one.
Let's just say anything that usually needs to be swept under the rug or kept secret gets placed in our care.
Yes, and I'm assuming you've noticed the trend as well.
You'd think so, but we try to keep contact to a minimum.
No, I just meant with the particular team we have going on here. There's a particular trend that I think you fall into. What would you say your strengths and weaknesses are?
I'm very good at handling people, manipulating, deception.
Oh, given your physique, I'm sure you're... And the general aura of charisma, I'm sure you're very good at handling yourself.
As for disadvantages, I would say I care too much.
Can I insight?
she just stares at you like she's like you reading her.
A 21, if you want to try and roll a
No,
deception again.
no, she's not. She's literally just like, I know you're trying to fucking read me, bitch. And our job is to know this shit.
To be fair, you probably know exactly. Yeah, if you want a deception roll against that, I got a 21 on my insight.
I can tell you quite now that she actually does believe that.
Okay, that's too much.
From like 20, because I don't think I can beat at 21 anyway. So she just no, you do think she actually cares about the people around her and she works with more than,
But do I get the sense you're being guarded?
Oh, the thing is, she knows that was literally the perfect wording because it's like it's not a lie and you get shit from it.
Yeah,
know she's good at dealing with people that's watching her closely, sort of thing.
Sure. I get that. I do get a little bit of you're hiding something.
Well, no, that's the thing. She's not actually hiding anything. She literally is the like very open and caring, and she does care too much about the other people around her. But she worded it in such you literally picked up that she worded it in such a way that she knew, sort of thing.
Yeah, you're on my radar. You're going to be the problem child.
I am definitely going to have a sore throat tomorrow.
She's literally because she's literally from a tribe that her job is to keep secrets. It's like, no, I know when someone's digging, and it's like,
well,
how do you word the perfect escape route on this?
Well, thank you everyone for your openness. I'm Aurelea Rodan, daughter of Aphrodite, leader of the Golden Hawk and daughter of Aphrodite. My strength is leading and commanding and ensuring the safety and of the people under me. My greatest weakness is why I'm wearing this veil, and I think we should address this now. I'm gonna take off the veil, which my greatest weakness is I cannot be hidden. My beauty cannot be hidden by illusions, and makes me very difficult not to spot. And yeah, literally, it's the most beautiful. Like I said, you know what my curse is, Hawk.
Yeah.
I've taken off the veil. I'm pretty sure it's going to become very apparent what my problem is.
Yeah, she has like a divine beauty.
Hawk, can I instantly pact magic cast disguise self and pretend to turn to stone and go, it's hideous! Ah! And just freeze it in place.
If you want to.
Just... So that is not a response you've ever had.
I just don't think it's accurate to the situation that the character has.
Great thing is I get to roll performance for living statue now.
Hey, I'm back.
I think the two that are going to have the biggest problems are the two guys who are literally sat right beside her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking Himmel.
Sorry. What did I miss? I had to try and get my my glasses fixed. Otherwise, I wasn't going to be able to see anything.
Lena's just been turned to stone by a hideous gorgon.
That's
He's
not
just
quite
really-
what happened, but... Okay, so, I'm sorry, I've forgotten the character's name. Took off, her veil. So... her magically attention-grabbing beauty was just, like, on full display for all to see. And... Trigger's character decided to have a bit of a laugh and do the whole it's hideous Gorgon thing.
So you're sat next to a stone statue at the moment.
Oh god. I don't know whether I'd be able to tell that was a joke.
That's why I'm going to roll performance to see how good it is.
I'm just not sure.
It's only an 11. It's not great.
It's not really what your character's going to do.
Yeah.
I think if there's one thing we can trust Trigger to do, it's what he finds funniest in the moment.
Altoro's going to turn to you and go, "What did you do to the large female?"
Well, you'll find that my beauty does tend to have adverse effects. I'm no stranger to odd reactions.
Is it a common occurrence for people to turn into statues upon seeing you?
No.
No. Yeah, just jokes. No. She just comes over and whispers in his ear. Only between their legs, usually.
I'd laugh and break it. That would break it.
He is having too much fun with El Toro.
El Toro does not understand.
I think Toro.
Sorry, you broke up there. I didn't hear that.
I think they're having a bit of a laugh, El Toro.
Oh, El Toro understands.
Yeah, 'tis a little jape.
Depends on if he's to scale. But that's enough of that.
Depends on how wooden he is.
Freya laughs.
Well, I wasn't expecting everyone just to make fun of the got a sleepy thing.
Just mocking the Tauren and his Minotaur and his not realizing what's going on. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
El Toro must admit his sphere of experience is
Limited?
yes,
Don't
that.
get many,
Thank you.
don't get many
It's okay,
female
you're not-
Minotaurs down there. You're in the labyrinth.
El Toro usually just fights adventurers.
He
That
would find
explains
it puzzling. You may even get lost in a maze of problems.
My character is very confused. Normally, her beauty has more of an effect than this.
I'll turn to her and go, El Toro does not understand your specific situation, but he knows a little about being noticeable, whether he wants to be or not.
Yes, I can imagine.
Mm.
I think the only one of the guys who's closest actually because he's a kami, so none of the guys are gonna be that effective.
Well, it doesn't just
Except
affect
Hans. Oh no, it was just using them like.
Yeah, but Hans also has like Lopez to like kick a little tiny foot at his leg and just like, no.
Behave.
Maybe Richter?
Well, I said, to be fair,
He's got
we
he's got
kinda
his
know
mother-in-law.
what
He's
I
got his
need.
mother-in-law right beside him.
Me getting here was kind of proof of what my character kind of expects. Because Captain did kind of just fall at his knees and just do what the reaction she usually gets.
So yeah, it's only really, as I said, it's only really, well, it's up to the others how they want to react.
Well, Perrin's going to be like, I think Perrin's got the whole half divinity thing, whatever resistance that would give, but would certainly find her say, oh wow. There'd be a blush there. Honestly,
Well, yeah,
she's just
you're
wait,
gonna-
she's
Yeah,
She's
you're gonna
waiting on a food.
acknowledge that she's attractive.
oh yeah, I know she's attractive, but I'm not going to fall head over and go like, oh.
Oh
yeah.
no, obviously not. It's just that.
Oh no, I've turned lesbian now. Just look at a wine.
She looks down and she's like, oh, yep, now I'm gay.
Yeah, that was my thought. Just looking at the wine. Going, that's it. I'm gay. But no, she's just gonna like be like, oh my, blush a little and then sip a wine. Sorry, but her belly is the grumblies.
Well, yeah, that's why Brunhilde was bringing her food.
Yeah. She's gonna have a problem with these devil forks.
So, Rhea, may I ask a question?
Yeah.
Now that introductions are out of the way. How did everyone do on your list test to get here? About as you expected?
Pretty much. But the real testing will be tomorrow. I've got 5 tests lined up for you.
Might I ask, if we are to stay here, is there accommodation or will we have to find that ourselves?
You'll be leaving in the morning.
Ah,
But yeah, you can stay at this inn overnight. Just stay away from the door at the end there. Clee
Of
doesn't
course.
like to be interrupted. She's busy.
of course.
And interruptions would prove almost certainly fatal. But aside from that, the village is yours to explore. Tomorrow morning, your first test will begin. Whether you survive the test is up to you. Any final questions?
Not really. It wouldn't. Us asking about the test wouldn't really feel any useful information. Because it wouldn't be much of a test if you told us.
Well, there'll be tests of strength and tests of character.
Of course.
El Toro is not worried.
I'm going to give El Toro a nod.
Once those are complete, you'll be heading on to your bastion. And the investigation will begin. You won't be returning here. So, make what you will of your night here.
Do you have a good place for us to start with our investigation? Any further information?
Oh, I'll be in contact with you before you arrive. Oh. But it is getting late. At which point, Grandma hops up from the thing, and El Toro's got a date.
Ah, yes, El Toro has a challenge to answer.
Good luck, El Toro. I wish you the best.
And he's going to just throw his arms out and go, ah, ha, ha, ha. And can I do the cloak of billowing thing again?
Yes.
And I guess I'll then just run out of the door.
What?
Well,
Oh, that's gonna go well.
Oh, God.
well Perrin knows where this is going, so if you're just going to eat up a
Well,
damn
at least one of us will have less stress tomorrow.
I'm going to sit here and struggle with this pronged fight thing.
Would you like me to help teach you
This
how to
weird
use a knife and
trident.
fork?
I'd honestly be better off if I still had some chopsticks. The one thing I didn't remember to bring. If that's no trouble, I wouldn't mind learning how to use these things properly.
I will give Purin a lesson on how to use a knife and fork.
Okay, so what's everyone else gonna do? Well, I know where Ollie's going.
So do you want
I
me
am
to
gonna
roll
make a
performance
request.
or athletics?
Yes, I am going to make a request for food as well.
Well, you actually gonna wrestle with her?
Yes, apparently so.
Oh,
Are you, Ollie? Or is this
goodness.
going to be one of those? Is this going to be a quote unquote dark match?
I mean, I imagine it will be dark at some point.
You missed the.
I think it's gonna be a fade to. I think it's gonna be a fade to black match, isn't it?
Yes, that's literally what I meant by a dark match. It meant in the connotation of a match that no one actually gets to see live or on television or anything, and also because with the connotation of fade to black. Unless you
However,
want to have El Toro running out the window going, "This was not what I expected. El Toro has been violated. DQ, DQ."
Or
No,
just in the distance at one point you hear, "Brrr!"
Oh God.
I think it's more likely my village is looking for earplugs tonight.
Oh yeah.
All the other orc wrestlers are going to be like listening in and going, "Well, we've got an exciting match here tonight, don't we? Don't we, JR?" That's a flobber knocker,
okay,
all right.
so it'll be a grapple check?
Okay, where's a? Is that athletics? I can't find a specific grapple roll. Where is that?
It's an attack roll, isn't it? Technically.
Yeah.
Okay. Action. I know I've got grapple here.
That is not the correct way of trying to mount a horse.
Oh no! He's probably putting her in the camel clutch. You know, make her humble and then fuck her ass.
Well, it looks like she's trying to put him in the camel clutch.
Well, he does strike me more as a grappler than a submission artist. But Ollie, you've got to learn so that you get your strike game on.
Well, she's gonna fail. She's gonna fail anyway. She got a 1.
Oh God!
Flares unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike.
One.
He's got to attempt a hit and run technique.
Oh no! What is
Dirty 20.
Oh my God!
He's got to get a. Oh God! He's got a good old chain message on.
Yeah, you've managed to grapple her.
And that is a lovely move right there, a cross-face chicken wing or a sleeper hold, if I'm not mistaken. He's got him to the mat.
Oh God, what was it Granny said? Not in my ring.
Who said it's in the ring? She did say at her
Falls
place.
count anywhere.
Falls count anywhere.
Yeah, which is why she's not attempting to resist the grapple too much.
No, she wants this.
Although El Toro's looking around for a referee.
Maybe it's like Simpsons wrestling and he's just got to count his own pin, even though that's not how any of this works.
Oh, that'd be disturbing if it only lasts for a 10 count.
No, but you know how wrestlers work is when they can't find the referee, they still stay on top for at least 20 seconds.
Yeah.
That's still disappointing.
Hey, it's his first time. Cut him some slack.
May not be his first time. It really depends with the Legend of the Minotaur.
I don't think he fucked the adventurers that came in.
You never know. It's ancient Greece.
He fucked them up, but, you know...
Anyway, yes,
Yeah.
rather than Augustus is finally getting laid.
Do you think she'll chill out and become like a suburban mom?
No.
With a soccer, with a soccer mom haircut in a van.
No.
Well, she is
Only
fighting
if
back.
she-
She is fighting back a little bit,
Well, yeah, but that's more for the effect, I imagine.
but it
if
is
it's-
more.
you
It's
have to
more
get
like
back.
foreplay.
Well, yeah, but there's also the fact that he kind of has advantage with him only needing like his arms and legs, and well, she's got 4 flailing legs at the very least.
So yeah,
Don't feel good when they're down.
So yeah, I think that's where is that what you actually would like your character to be doing?
Sorry?
Is that what you'd actually like your character to be doing?
I mean, I can't think of anything else, so why not?
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a
Okay.
good point.
Well, that's what I was
mean,
just.
like,
I was just.
I'm not going to come up with anything funnier.
I just wanted to, double check.
Oh God, it's big. Ollie, you just started your first step towards becoming Ric Flair. The first of 4 divorces.
Okay,
Woo!
so the feminist centaur. That's going to be weird. Okay. So is anyone else going to do anything before they call it a night?
Well, after I've eaten, I'd like to go get some things from Rose's Bakery.
Yeah.
Because I did say I'd pop over. I'd pop over there because I know you said that I probably won some gold while I was on the ship from the games of shogi. But rather than me tell me how much, what if I use the gold to like buy myself something, but also buy something like some stuff from there as like a welcoming gift to the rest of the group, as like her way of saying, it's kind of, I'm trying to think of the best way, what it's called, like not a peace offering, just like a gift, to commemorate the team form. Yeah, so just get a little something as a goodwill gesture.
Yeah.
So she wants to use the gold that she got on the ship to buy herself some stuff, but also buy something for everyone else.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, thank you. I thought that saves you having to decide how much gold I would have won, and that way I can justify if I need to get something quite a bit for the big ball. I'm gonna need more than 1 cinnamon roll. I'm gonna need a dozen here.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
I don't think Rose does Slim Jims.
No. Slim Jim is probably just something he calls someone.
No, if you have a butcher on the island, they might.
No, like El Toro would probably just say Slim Jim as to mean a scrawny fellow. That guy's a bit of a Slim Jim.
That guy's a bit of a Slim Jim, yeah.
Well, I'll leave you to it then. As Rhea sort of shuffles off.
Ah, no. Well, since I've eaten, Gomushi sama dahasha.
She puts her amulet back on.
Oh God.
Ugly skank. Gabba, gabba.
Who's she saying ugly skank to?
You.
Oh, now don't be a jerk.
We'll never know. That's the problem.
Why? She had her amulet on.
We
Well,
don't
out
know
of
what
character, but in character, it's
Yeah.
going to be a bit of a. What a bitch.
Gonna be like, I think, looking up at the top of the table, I think he's talking to you.
Well, as I said, So you're gonna go and get some food.
Well, I'm gonna go
Um,
get I'm gonna get fresh baked goods from Rose.
Okay. And everyone else?
I'm going to find somewhere to hunker down, I think.
Yeah, there's several rooms.
Let's go in the big room.
I think I would explore the island a bit, just wander around the village, see find a place with a nice view. If it doesn't look like it's going to rain overnight, to meditate for before continuing with exploration. Joys of Elf.
Well, there is the hut down by the shore.
I think that's unlikely because that will involve having to go past the person I've now been told has upset the seas, and
Well, you have to kind of go through past him to get out of the city anyway.
that is
But
true.
but it's nightfall, so you.
Oh yeah,
gonna
he's going to be busy drowning.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, you should be glad that editing software and television doesn't exist on the island, because you just know that Rhea and Grandma would make a thing where there's like nice serene music playing as they show off the beach, and in the background you've got spirits drowning a drow.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what thing is going to sound worse tonight. No one's going to want to sleep with their windows open.
No. Speaking of, actually, is the dragon turtle still going to be there? Or has he decided to leave?
No, he was resting for a little while and then he was going to leave.
Yeah, I'm just checking he's still being period. Mostly because just to continue the talks on the nature of philosophy. Because that's how I pictured him passing the time on the back of a dragon turtle, with the dragon turtle quietly going inside. Please stop. I am a turtle.
And that is why we believe the world to be banana-shaped.
Oh, just because I said I would, can I drop a spoon out of the window after casting light on it?
Oh god.
Yeah.
Just literally as I'd got up from the table, I picked up the spoon, pocketed it, and just cast light on it and drop it out the window. It's like, he'll find that.
Caesar grabs it and runs off.
It's going to glow for an hour. He's going to find that.
Okay, so you're off to the beach to talk to the turtle. You're going to get bread. And Alex, what were you going to have your character do now that everyone's like departed?
I'm gonna retire for the evening and just make notes of all the information I've got at the moment.
Okay. Well, that is where I'm going to call it for tonight. And next week we'll be starting with the tests. So, I'd like to thank our players as we start our new season. And I'll say good night for now.